Hey guys, welcome to the first ever edition of Music Meaning, a podcast by Saharsh Hariharan. Whether you're a musician, record producer, or just love listening to the radio, this podcast is perfect for anyone to learn about the true meaning behind songs. In this episode, we will be looking at the song A-Team by Ed Sheeran. The song A-Team is a folk ballad released by Ed Sheeran on June 12, 2011 as a digital download in the UK. Now, before we go any further, let's have a little sample listen.
White lips, pale face, breathing in snowflakes, burnt lungs, sour taste. Lights gone, days end, struggling to pay rent, long nights, strange men.
Now at first glance, the song sounds a lot like an upbeat tune that you might plan a car ride to work. However, taking a deeper listening to the lyrics and watching a music video can tell you that the song actually has a very serious tone to it. The song itself tells a story of a homeless prostitute who is addicted to crack cocaine and is forced to sell her body to get money for drugs. Now one thing that you'll notice right off the bat is, like I was saying before, despite the song having a very dark and serious tone to it, Ed Sheeran chose to write it in a very fast and upbeat tempo. When asked about this, Ed Sheeran said that he wanted to write the song upbeat so that its heavy content was slightly hidden from the listener. Now, before we go into the deeper meaning of the song, I think it's important for you guys to have a bit of context. The inspiration for A-Team came from when Ed Sheeran actually performed at a homeless shelter when he was just 18 years old. While there, he heard one story about a homeless girl who became a prostitute to support her addiction to cocaine. This story in particular really stuck with 18-year-old Sheeran and inspired him to go home that night and write lyrics about a song which spoke of this issue. So now that you guys have a bit of context about the meaning of the song, I think it's time that we actually explore and analyze the lyrics in this song. Now the entire first verse of A-Team is dedicated to describe the appearance and situation of the addicted person, which in this case is a middle-aged woman. The lyrics "white lips, pale face" describe how the protagonist's lips and face have gone pale, which are classic features of long-term addicts. Ed Sheeran then goes on to blend it in with the environment bringing in snow and coldness. The lyrics "snowflakes" are cocaine powder which, when inhaled, burns through the human body. The song then goes on to describe how her lungs are destroyed and her mouth can feel no taste anymore. A-Team then shifts into his pre-chorus, which has some of the most powerful and important messages in this entire song. The part of the song which goes, "She's in the Class A team," is a subtle way of describing how she's addicted to Class A drugs, which are the most powerful and dangerous types of drug. The rest of the pre-chorus then goes on to describe how the drugs have a serious effect on her body and health. The lines, "but lately her face seems slowly sinking, wasting, crumbling like pastries," tells the listener how her face is slowly being broken and crumbling to the point where it cannot be fixed because of drugs. It is here where we move on to the chorus. The first part of the chorus begins with "cause she's just under the upper hand and go for a couple of grams." Getting the upper hand is something like winning in life. The way Ed Sheeran sees her, she's always a few feet under the upper hand and she cannot go beyond that due to her addiction. She has to put herself in dangerous situations, like sex with strangers, to fund her addiction. It's not like she enjoys doing any of this. It's just too hard to get her life back on track now. The main focus of this entire chorus is to show how trapped she feels in her lifestyle and how it feels like there is no escape. At this point into the song, we have gotten a very basic understanding of what is going on in her life. It is here in the second verse where the song goes into more detail about how unfortunate her life really is. Her clothes are torn and she cannot afford new clothes. She gets a dry house here and there when she is being used for sex. Notice it is not home but house, so it is clearly not a permanent residence of love. The song ends off with a bridge. The bridge is the shortest part of the song, but it's able to end the song in a very beautiful and meaningful way, which brings the story full circle. Now for those of you who are still having a bit of a difficult time understanding what the true meaning of the song is just from listening, I strongly recommend checking out the music video. Ed Sheeran does a fantastic job in showcasing the story of this young woman who is struggling with addiction. In the beginning of the video, we see this young woman attempt to fund her drug addiction by selling magazines for money, but unfortunately, she's only able to sell one magazine to Ed Sheeran himself. The girl struggles so much that she ends up resorting to selling her body to earn money. The music video goes on to show her being involved with another man who is being very hands-on and almost abusive towards her. It is clear that she does not enjoy this lifestyle, however, she knows that she has no choice. Later on, the pain becomes too much for her to bear and she just wants it all to end. She trades in her money for drugs and ends up dying because of an overdose. At the end of the music video, the viewers see a relative or a friend mourning her death as they walk in to see her dead. Overall, looking at the song, you can see that Ed Sheeran was able to do an amazing job at composing lyrics which are beautifully able to convey the story in a creative way. When asked why he wrote the song, Sheeran commented on the issue of substance abuse, saying how it is important for people to show their support to people struggling with addiction and offer a helping hand. It is only by doing this that these people can move on with their lives and get past their addiction. I'm hoping that you guys will be able to take Sheeran's message to heart and go on to make a difference in someone's life. Anyway guys, this brings us to the end of our episode for today. I hope you all enjoyed this review and I'll see you guys next week.